Center for tonight's MWBA League game between the Halifax Thunder and the Windsor Edge. Tonight's game day partners are St. Mary's University Athletics and Cleves Sorts for Sport. The officials for tonight's game are Jen McKenzie, Lindsay Walsh, and Adam Detjen. We'd like to take this time to acknowledge that the land on which we gather is the traditional unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq and Wolastoqey. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, we would ask that you please rise, remove your hats, and join us for the playing of our national anthem. And now it's time to meet the starting lineup of your Halifax Thunder. A 5'11" guard from Charlottetown, PEI, number 3, Kiera Dutney. A 5'11" shooting guard from Riverview, New Brunswick, number 7, Vanessa Picker. 5'8" guard from Toronto, Ontario, number 9, Tiffany Reynolds. A 6-foot forward from Quito, Ecuador, number 11, Carla Yepes. And a 5'7" guard from Moncton, New Brunswick, number 14, Grace Wade. Halifax Thunder is coached by Parker Regan, assistant coach Karen Bolivar.
All right, good evening, folks, and welcome to Maritime Athletic Profiles on YouTube for tonight's coverage of MWBA action as the 3-0 Halifax Thunder host the 0-3 Windsor Edge. How you doing, folks? My name's Alan April. We'll have the call of tonight's action right here on Maritime Athletic Profiles, and it should be a good one as look at the Edge off and running right off the tip. but Carla Yepes unable to finish the layup off the set play. Grace Wade lines up a triple, no good, and Nalini Maharaj comes away with the defensive board for the Edge. The Edge, as mentioned, coming in 0-3 on the season. However, they have had a couple close games as of late, as this is Maharaj, the former Dal Tiger and University of King's College Blue Devil, and she gets to the left hand and puts it up and in. Nice take there for Maharaj, who's second on the team in scoring, averaging 9.6 points through their first 3 games played. That pass into the hands of Kiera Duffy. Duffy kicks it out for Tiffany Reynolds. She'll put up a 3-ball and knocks it down. Tiffany Reynolds coming into tonight the third leading scorer on the Thunder with 13.3 points per game. They are missing their leading scorer in tonight's lineup, Carissa Cajarini, with a lower body injury. But what a start here for the Edge as Tyler Malloy knocks down a triple. And they're up 5-3. Great pass by Reynolds. And back and forth we go. Fast-paced action. You gotta love it. As Kiera Duffy gets the lay-in to go off a nice dish from Reynolds. Now Maharaj, defended by Vanessa Pickard. And that's deflected out of bounds. It will remain Edge ball with 13 on the shot clock. Today's action live from the Homburg Center on the beautiful campus of St. Mary's University in South End, Halifax. Lovely spring day and a great day to watch some high caliber women's hoops as Kate Gallant can't get the layup to go. Now Pickard bringing it the other way. Looks like the Edge are in a 2-3 zone. Grace Wade gets to a spot, puts it up, but can't get the roll. And Carly Lewis comes away with the rebound. Thunder pressing, but Tyler Malloy able to get it across half. Malloy pull up from the free throw line, halfway down, rims out. And that's going to be Thunder ball heading the other way. So 5-5, just under 2 minutes into this one. As always, the MWBA is proud to be sponsored by Royale Medivie, as well as Cleve Source for Sports and St. Mary's University, who are partners of the Thunder. And a bit of miscommunication there as Kiera Duffy was looking for Grace Wade, but she thought she'd set a screen on Tiffany Reynolds. Etandi Monroe checks in for her first action for the Edge, along with, actually, she's the only substitution there. And we're going to get a baseline inbounds here as the Thunder pressing. That's something we saw from them in the first game of the season for them, as well as last season. Coach Parker Regan loves the defensive effort and mentality of his team, and they'll often come out pressing. And that turns into a steal, but Maharaj able to win it back. Free throw line jumper, knocks it down. And Nalini Maharaj with 4 quick points, and the Edge have an early lead. Duffy, rather. Apologies, calling her by her maiden name. I'm used to calling her games from UPEI. As now Pickard on the drive is fouled and will head to the line to shoot 2. Vanessa Pickard, 5'11", out of Riverview, New Brunswick. One of 2 returning players for the Thunder, along with Grace Wade from last year's team that had a 10-0 regular season before losing in the Legacy Cup final to the Halifax Hornets. Thunder got a bit of revenge against the Hornets 2 weeks ago as they defeated them here at St. Mary's in the home opener. As Pickard on the free throw line hits the first and hits the second. Vanessa Pickard was the 2012 CIS and AUS Rookie of the Year, and also was awarded the 2017 Tracy McLeod Award for Perseverance after returning to play her senior season at McMaster University after recovering from a knee injury. Was also at one point identified by Canada Basketball. Now this is Pickard, puts up a 3, no. And it's rebounded by Etandi Monroe. Now Jody White, veteran point guard in her second season with the Edge, looking to play the other way. Monroe turns it over, and here comes Tiffany Reynolds. Reynolds just finished her senior season with the Lakehead Thunderwolves, and it's just a little bit sloppy to begin with the Thunder. Still tied up 7-7 as we'll get a couple substitutions in. Katie Ross, Katie Upham, and Sydney Gooker-Wicki all checking in for the Thunder. I believe this is Katie Upham's first action of the season. The St. FX woman guard, and here is Katie Ross. Ross gets downhill into the lane, kicks it out. Gooker-Wicki, extra pass. Good ball movement here against the zone. Reynolds skips to the corner, and a nice catch there by the Thunder trainer. However, that is not who that pass was intended for. So you can see the basketball IQ. I mean, this Thunder team has a lot of experienced players. They certainly know how to break down a 2-3 zone, but just not quite on the same page, and some unforced errors early in this one. We're all tied up 7-7 with 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Lauren Ford, current University of King's College Blue Devil, playing against her coach, Parker Reagan, coach of the Blue Devils, now coaching the Thunder. And we're going to get a foul on the rebound as Anna Von Maltzen just checked in for her first action for the Thunder. Von Maltzen has been solid this season, played in just one game with the Thunder, but it was a good one. She had 9 points in their win over the Hornets here at St. Mary's a couple weeks ago. Now Upham. Ross swings to Van Maltzen. She'll drive right, cut off. Ross with a nice catch and dish to the corner. Upham, knifes inside, couldn't get the lane to drop. Katie Upham, a 5'5" guard out of North River, Nova Scotia. This season averaged just over 8 points and 4 rebounds per game with the St. FX women and was voted team MVP for Matt Spencer's young X-Women team. Now Lewis is going to be called for the carry, as a bit of a tough handle there. And Issa McKay and Nalini Maharaj will check back in for the edge. So substitutions very frequent to begin this game. I believe every player has been in for both teams. As Upham around the Gooker-Wicki screen. Now Gooker-Wicki drives, and that's going to be a blocking foul against Carly Lewis. As Shannon Matheson-Platt into the game as well. And there is Matheson-Platt, first shot of the day, no good. Von Maltzen cleans up the glass and puts it up and in. Anna Von Maltzen was the 2012 AUS Defensive Player of the Year and a second-team All-Star in 2013. Was an outstanding player with the Dalhousie Tigers and the Citadel High Phoenix prior to her university career. Now works as a psychologist. And that's one of the fun things about this league. All these players, you know, quite a few of them are very recent graduates of high caliber university basketball programs, but now most of them have 9-to-5 day jobs. You've got doctors and lawyers and therapists and coaches for sure, a whole lot of different teachers probably. Nurses, I believe Grace Wade is a nurse. I don't know everybody's profession, but the point is, really cool opportunity for a lot of young professionals who share a love of this sport of basketball to keep playing at a very high level. And very grateful for the MWBA and Maritime Athletic Profiles to have the opportunity to broadcast these games. As that's going to be a travel call against Katie Ross, and it will be the Edge who take over possession. We're all tied up 9-9. Quite a few turnovers in the early going for the Thunder. Maharaj thought about a three. Now we'll kick it over to Issa McKay. McKay, defended by Gooker-Wicki. McKay evades the defender, flips it up. Lots of contact, no whistle, and Von Maltzen cleans the glass. And here come the Thunder in transition. Matheson-Platt to the left hand, unable to get the roll as the quick pace of this one continues. Long outlet for Maharaj. She'll drive middle, flips it up and in, count it and one. What a start for Nalini Maharaj. That's 6 points for her, a chance to make it 7 here from the free throw line. And Maharaj has the edge in excellent position here in the first quarter as Itandi Monroe and Tyler Malloy check back in for the edge. As Upham leaves it for Wade, looking for the post entry for Von Maltzen. So I did bring up the previous schedule here. I'll talk about that in a second. As Wade, again, looking for Von Maltzen on the post entry. It will remain Thunder ball with 13 on the shot clock. Inbound for Matheson Platt, and she is fouled. And that's going to be the 4th team foul against the Edge. Foul against Malloy, her first personal 4th team foul. So baseline inbound here for Upham. She gets it in for Matheson Platt off the down screen. Now Wade, nice crossover. The lane collapses. Edge doing a good job of packing the paint and forcing the issue for the Thunder. Now Kate Gallant battling down low, but Von Maltzen continues to clean up the glass. And look at that, another offensive rebound for Von Maltzen. Can't get the putback to go. Matheson Platt unable to finish, but she'll poke it away from Monroe. Now Matheson Platt, again, another offensive rebound for Von Maltzen, and is fouled. Hannah Von Maltzen probably has 10 rebounds already. Quite a few on the offensive side as well, as she is vacuuming up the boards. Von Maltzen back on the free throw line, where I believe she just went 1 of 2. And unable to hit the first. For her Dow Tigers career, Von Maltzen appeared in 80 games, averaging better than 9 points and 8 rebounds per game. Was a 64% free throw shooter for Coach Anna Stamberger's Tigers, but missed both right there. As Carly Lewis now drives, splits the defenders, kicks it out for McKay. Nice pass. Gallant puts it up and is fouled and will head to the line to shoot 2. Kate Gallant was a CCAA All-Canadian first team back in 2018 with the Mount St. Vincent Mystics. That season, she averaged 16 points and 8 rebounds per game, shot 80% from the line as well, and she's now an assistant coach for the Mystics under Mark Ford. Pure release, nothing but net on both free throws. And the Edge lead 14-9. Well, the Edge searching for their first win of the season, and they're missing several key players today, including their 3rd leading scorer, Chelsea Slaughter-Wright, and 2 of their, actually, Slaughter-Wright's a returning player, as is Sydney Foran and Emily McNeil. Both returning players, both products of Kings Edgehill High, both just finished their 2nd year in the RSCQ with McGill and Bishops respectively, but neither playing here today. As Tiffany Reynolds heads to the line to shoot 2. And Reynolds hits the first. This season at Lakehead University in Thunder Bay, Reynolds was a OUA 2nd team All-Star, averaging better than 14 points per game. played last season with the Windsor Edge as well, where she was the third leading scorer in the conference, averaging just under 17 points per game. And her current Thunder, former Edge, and former Thunder Wolf teammate, Carissa Cajarini, they've traveled across the country, and in Cajarini's case, has traveled to Portugal just in the last few years with their basketball journey, from Ontario to Nova Scotia. And here's Reynolds on the fast break, gets it to go. Beautiful pass by Grace Wade to spring the transition, and just like that, it's a 1-point game. Carla Yepes is going to be called for the personal foul here. Fourth team foul, so next Edge foul will put the Thunder in bonus as McKay gets it in for Ford. Now Jody White. Post touch for Ford. She likes that matchup against Duffy, but unable to connect on the dish to Ebitienne Ballard. So the story of this first quarter, I'd say, is the turnovers. As a straightaway three, Vanessa Pickard, nothing but net. Pickard tickles the twine with a three ball. Has played just one game this season for the Thunder, but scored 17 points to lead the team in their early season win over the Hornets. Now Ford, again, working in the post. Steps through, doesn't get the first one to go. Second chance opportunity, and she's whistled for a travel. So that last three by Pickard puts the Thunder in the lead, 16-14. 1:18 remaining in this first quarter. Wade dishes down low for Yepes. Touch pass out for Duffy. Second chance opportunity. Pickard unable to connect, but the offensive rebounding continues to be an issue. And that's something when you're in a zone defense, you need to make sure to put a body on somebody. This is going to be another offensive rebound. Look at that. Yepes crashing the glass, count it, and one. Yeah. It's just part of playing a zone defense. The possession's not over until you get that defensive rebound. And the Edge have done a good job of forcing the Thunder to make the extra pass and not allowing dribble penetration, but they are getting killed on the offensive glass through the first 9.5 minutes of this game. Still a close game, though. Thunder lead by 5. Ford kicks it out for Lewis. She'll put up a three. That's short. Jody White able to pick it up. And there was an inadvertent shot clock reset there. St. Mary's Athletic Director Scott Gray working the shot clock today. A rare misstep for this excellent table crew here at St. Mary's. Lewis off the inbounds, floats it up and in, and cuts the lead back down to 1. Or, sorry, lead is 3, actually. Reynolds wants it in the post. Quick touch pass out for Wade, and she gets the roll. That's one way to beat the zone. Pass inside, get the help to collapse, and quickly dish it back out. Just 3.5 seconds remaining in the Edge. This would be a good opportunity to take a timeout and call something, draw something up. Doesn't look like Coach Scott James is going to. Lauren Ford got a good look at it, and that does it for the first quarter. So after 10 minutes of play, the Thunder lead 22-16.
Royale is a proud supporter of the MWBA and is proudly Atlantic-Canadian. As a National Health Solutions partner, Menifee supports...
I'm going to try to get an interview guest up here for the second half. I'll keep you updated.
That's why we are proud to be a
we'll see what we can do here.
Best of luck this season. We're cheering for your success, both on and off the court.
Want to remind you, as always, we're live and interactive here on Maritime Athletic Profiles, so reach out. Send a Twitter or an Instagram DM to Maritime Athletic Profiles or to myself at Alan_April on Twitter. Let me know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for, and what your thoughts and feelings are on this awesome women's basketball action here at the Homburg Center on a Thursday night. What else? Well, I did bring up the previous schedule, so let's get a little bit into that. The Thunder, again, after last season, they went 10-0 in the regular season. They defeated the Edge in the semifinal and had a matchup against their crosstown rivals, the Halifax Hornets, in the Legacy Cup, where they lost a nail-biter, 87-84. But this year, the Thunder, looking like the team to beat early, they defeated the Hornets 82-69 on opening night here at St. Mary's. Then they traveled to New Brunswick last weekend, where they secured an 81-74 win over the Port City Fog and a 76-61 win over the Fredericton Freeze to get a 3-0 record. So, I mean, through 2 years, this Thunder team now has a record of 14-1, with their lone loss coming against the Hornets in that championship final. Good ball movement. Ross fakes the shot, drives, can't get it to go. Gucker Wiki secures a second chance opportunity. Now Itondi Monroe. Outlet for Tyler Malloy. Her three comes up short. And Kira Duffy pushing the pace the other way. I really enjoy one particular aspect of this Thunder team, and every player they put out there can dribble the ball and can shoot. It's not so different if you watched any of the St. Mary's Huskies women's basketball team the last couple of years. As beautiful take to the hoop there by Katie Upham for two. But yeah, the Huskies of the last couple of years, you know, they throw out some players that are 6 foot, but they're not traditional posts. They can push the ball on the dribble, they can shoot the ball, and that makes them a very difficult team to guard, especially in transition, where you never know who's going to get the rebound and push the ball up the court. Creates a lot of cross-matching in transition and makes things difficult. As Kate Gallant continues her solid free throw shooting. Gallant now 3 for 3. And the Edge cut the lead back down to 6. So Windsor definitely sticking around through the first 11.5 minutes here. As Katie Ross lines up a 3, no good. Ross, second chance opportunity, dishes to the corner. Upham on the dribble drive, no good. And Kate Gallant secures the rebound. Maharaj off and running. Maharaj, nice hesitation dribble, gets downhill, doesn't get it to go. That should have been an out of bounds, and it probably should have been a travel as well. And we get a steal on the inbounds by Malloy. Maharaj with a bit of a laugh coming back down court. She had stepped out of bounds, and you need to reposition yourself in the court of play. Did not look like she did, and might have gotten away with an extra step on the drive too. But Maharaj will take it. I believe she's got 9 points already to lead the Edge. Another second chance opportunity, and Carla Yepes, or sorry, that's Kira Duffy, makes them pay. And second chance points are just killing the Edge through this first half. Lewis dishes it down low, somehow finds Maharaj. She flows it up. No good. Gallant on the glass. Nice little push shot with the left hand, up and in. And Gallant and Maharaj have really carried the scoring load so far for the Edge. As Gucker Wiki can't get the lay-in to go, it will remain Thunder ball. You can call that another offensive rebound for the Edge, as Issa McKay and Lauren Ford will check in for the Edge. And Shannon Matheson-Platt and Anna Von Maltzen check in for the Thunder. Inbound for Matheson-Platt. Now Gucker-Wicki. Kicks to the corner. Upham. Dishes down low. Now Von Maltzen. Nice little jumper there from Anna Von Maltzen as she continues her solid play. That's 6 points for Von Maltzen. And the Thunder lead back up to 7. Maharaj puts up a 3, no good. Upham, great hustle there by Issa McKay, and Carly Lewis finishes it off. And the Edge sticking around. They leave a three-point shooter wide open, but Gucker-Wicki can't get it to go, and Lewis gets the rebound. And I gotta say, the Edge have gotten some bounces, but they're also hustling very well. And Maharaj tries to get back to that left hand. Maharaj needs a sub here. 3 ball by Katie Ross, no good. Gucker-Wicki, second chance, no. Third chance for Von Maltzen, no. But the dominance on the offensive glass continues. It's honestly kind of a miracle that the Edge are within 5 points, because the offensive rebounds have got to be 18, 20 to 2 or something. Like every possession. Look at, right on cue. Oh my goodness. Anna Von Maltzen is just padding her stats right now. Von Maltzen easily has 10 rebounds in this first half and gets a chance for a 3-point play here. And you see the dominance of Anna Von Maltzen on the offensive glass. Good positioning, good athleticism, and able to knock down the free throw. Unofficially, I've got Anna Von Maltzen with like 9 points and 12 rebounds, and we're still in the first half here. And she came off the bench. And look at that, great steal by Von Maltzen. She is playing outstanding basketball right now. Grace Wade, jumper, knocks it down. And the Thunder starting to pull away. Their lead is up to 10. 5:28 remaining in the first half. Ford kicks it to the top of the key. We got a hold there. And interestingly enough, Von Maltzen, another player, in fact, one of 4 players on this Windsor Edge team that played last season, on the Halifax Thunder, that played last season with the Windsor Edge. We mentioned Tiffany Reynolds and Carissa Cajurine, who's not in the lineup today. But Carla Yepes and Anna Von Maltzen also played last season with the Windsor Edge. So I know Von Maltzen and Yepes last season were kind of late season additions to the Edge roster. But I know they're both, well, probably based around here in Halifax, so a little easier, more convenient for them to come play and practice here in Halifax rather than an hour away in Windsor. And, you know, for this Thunder team, they only have 2 returning players, Grace Wade and Vanessa Picard. You think about last year's team. Last year's team had 4 former AUS most valuable players in Haley McDonald, Justine Colley-Legier, Catherine Quackenbush, and Jada Vino. And this year's team, I mean, quite, you know, didn't return any of those stars from last year. Maybe doesn't quite have the on-paper star power just looking at their AUS careers. However, still a lot of talent. But it goes to speak to the depth and talent on this team that they're still dominant. And it looked like Parker Regan came out in a bit of a different kind of zone there. But Carly Lewis finds an open spot on the free throw line. And now Lauren Ford blocks Von Maltzen on the other end. Edge a chance to cut it down to 6 or 5 with the score here. Lewis. Now Ford. Drive middle on Wade. Ford, nice patience, good fake, puts it up and in. Beautiful post move there by Lauren Ford. And cuts the Thunder lead to 6. Matheson Platt looking to answer with a right hook of her own, unable to do so. Now in transition, McKay floats it up and in, and a quick 6-0 run has it back to a 4-point game. The Edge not going away. They're fighting here as Von Maltzen lost her dribble. Now Upham swings to the corner. Grace Wade knocks down the triple. Grace Wade, an outstanding player out of Moncton, New Brunswick. Played 5 seasons with the UNB Reds. Was a 2-time AUS second team All-Star. And, I mean, all Grace Wade does is win no matter where she goes. And that's been the case over 2 seasons with the Thunder as well. McKay, straightaway 3, can't get the roll. Issa McKay playing at her home gym here of St. Mary's. Upham, nice dish. And Matheson Platt puts it up and in for 2. Matheson Platt formerly played for the St. FX X-Women from 2004 to 2008. As Tyler Malloy knocks down a 3. Back down to a 6-point game. Again, Edge not going away. They're keeping this one relatively close. Nice pass. Oh, but cut off. Good idea. Von Maltzen with another steal. Long pass and great hustle by Matheson Platt. Von Maltzen can't get the jumper to go. Tie up. And that's going to be Edge ball heading the other way. As Vanessa Picker picks up her 2nd personal foul. Kind of an interesting subplot here. I talked about Ford, but Nalini Maharaj also, a UKC Blue Devil, playing against her current head coach, Parker Regan, as Maharaj misses the triple. Now Reynolds pushing the pace the other way. Kicks to the corner. Von Maltzen to the rim. Fouled and will shoot 2 more free throws. And Von Maltzen has gotten to the free throw line quite a bit today. I think she's 3 for 6 so far. And she'll have a chance for 2 more here. Last season with the Edge, Von Maltzen averaged 6.8 points per game. Again, was a 2013 AUS second team All-Star, 2012 AUS Defensive Player of the Year, and also an excellent student athlete, won the President's Award at Dalhousie University back in 2013. As we get a full hockey substitution here, and they've got 6 on the court. Thunder have got 6 on the court. Thunder have got 6 on the court. The Thunder have got 6 on the court. Okay, now Grace Wade goes running off. I was almost trying to get the refs. Hey, Jen. But they figured it out at the last second. As it was a full hockey substitution, but Wade was trying to double shift. Maharaj back to the basket, gets to the left hand. Unable to hit, and that's a shot clock violation. Was it a backcourt turnover? I'm not sure. That seemed like a quick shot clock to me. But we got a great officiating crew here. Jen McKenzie, Lindsay Walsh, and Adam Detien. As Tiffany Reynolds puts up a 3, no good. Rebounded by Carly Lewis. And here come the Edge. Lewis gets to the baseline, flips it up, no good. And it's going to be Thunder ball heading the other way with 1:27 remaining in the first half. as Tiffany Reynolds drives, takes a bump, and that's going to be an offensive foul.
Thunder foul, church set number 9, Tiffany Reynolds. First personal and 4th team foul.
Reynolds first personal, 4th team foul. So foul trouble for the 2nd game in a row, I will say. Continues to be a bit of an issue for the Thunder, as Reynolds on the defensive rebound off the Monroe miss. Now Yepes kicks to Gucker-Wicki, unable to handle that pass, and it will be edge ball with just under a minute remaining in the first half. Stolen away by Katie Ross. Now Yepes kicks to Gucker-Wicki on the left corner. Nice pass down low. Reynolds can't get it to go. Itandi Monroe with the rebound. And here comes Jody White. White looking to dish. Stolen by Reynolds. All alone. Tiffany Reynolds up and in with the left hand. Well, Tiffany Reynolds, that's one of the things she does best. Play the passing lanes, and once she gets a steal, it's an automatic 2 points the other way. I feel like I see 2 or 3 fast break layups from her every single game. Good hustle there by Nalini Maharaj to get the steal. 12 seconds remaining here as the team's exchanging possession. Lewis, nice spin, gets her own offensive rebound. Gallant, no good. 2 seconds remaining. Gucker-Wicki from half court, just short. And that will do it for the first half as the Halifax Thunder lead the Windsor Edge 43-33. Are we good to do a halftime interview? All right. I'm going to try to interview Anna Von Maltzen of the Halifax Thunder. She had a great first half. We'll be right back with a halftime interview. Stay tuned for the more action of the MWBA right here on Maritime Athletic Profiles. Hey, Paul, pretty good. How are you? All right. Good. Good. All right, here now with my proclaimed player of the first half for the Halifax Thunder, Anna Von Maltzen. And I think you might already have a double-double in this game. Tell me what's working well for your team up 10 at the half.
Well, thanks, Alan. I think we're going hard to the offensive boards. We have some more work to do on the D boards. And yeah, I think we're going hard for those second, third tries, but lots to clean up too.
Absolutely. I want to talk a little bit about this league. It's your second year playing. Bit of a revenge game. You played with the Edge last year, but...
oh, you just had to go there. I knew you were going there.
Tell me a little bit about what this league means to you, the opportunity to keep playing a high-level basketball, after your university career.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it really feels just incredible to be plugged back into the community and just like the camaraderie of the sport. Obviously it feels good to be out playing again, but that's what really stood out to me last year and again this year. Had a great experience with the Edge, but just for various reasons this was the fit this year, and yeah, both teams have been an incredible experience. Just really getting plugged back into the community and people I really grew up playing with. It's just, yeah, really great, yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome to see, and one thing that I really noticed when I watched this Thunder team is the depth.
Yeah.
Everybody is a great player. Everybody can dribble and shoot. What can you say a little bit about the roster of this team and seeing all these players of all different ages and from different universities come together?
Yeah, I think a common, a consensus from all the girls is, or something I hear again and again, is just like getting to learn from each other, even from the younger players. They're getting exposure that we might not get anymore, and so we're learning things from them, and it's also fun to be in the leadership role again. And yeah, and so, like you said, we do have a really deep roster, but at the same time, everyone fills a different role, and yeah, so we're learning from each other. That's the consensus.
Fantastic. You're never too old to keep learning, right, Anna?
Exactly.
All right, you want to give any shout-outs?
I don't.
Nah, yeah, Parker wants you in the locker room. All right. Thanks to Anna. Good luck in the second half.
Thanks, Alan.
We'll be right back with more of the Thunder and Edge right here on Maritime Athletic Profiles. Great job. Thank you. Cool. We're here now with Carly Lewis of the Windsor Edge. Carly, thanks for joining me. Down 10 points heading into the second half. What did you talk about in the locker room? What needs to change to come back in the second half?
Locker room talk was mostly just like keep on doing what we're doing, focus on the offensive rebounds because they're getting us there. Also to talk on defense.
It's your first season in this league, but what can you say about your experience so far with the Edge, and why is it important to have a league like this for you?
Well, for the Edge, first of all, it's been a really good experience getting to know the girls and come together as a team, especially when we don't know each other that well, and it's a really quick and dirty season to get into the games. As for the league, it's a really good opportunity to get back into a competitive atmosphere again and to have that constant learning environment, even if we're not playing competitively outside of the league.
And speaking of that competitive atmosphere, I know you played university basketball in the OUA, and I understand you had a connection with your coach, Scott James, there. Tell me a little bit about your time at RMC.
Oh yeah, so I went to RMC from 2009 to 2013, and while I was there, I played for the Paladins. Scott James was the coach of the men's team, so I got to know him very well.
Very cool. So you're reunited here 10 years later with the Edge.
It was a bit serendipitous.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right, well, good luck in the second half, Carly. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned for the second half. Thunder and Edge coming up on Maritime Athletic Profiles. Great job. Thank you. All right, welcome back to Maritime Athletic Profiles live action of the Maritime Women's Basketball Association. From St. Mary's University, and the Halifax Thunder have a 10-point lead, 43-33, over the Windsor Edge at halftime. Want to give a special thank you to Anna von Maltzen of the Thunder and Carly Lewis of the Edge for the halftime interviews, as that three ball there by Katie Ross rimmed out. But yet another second chance point there for Katie Upham, and that was really one of the storylines of the first half, as chatted briefly about it in our interview with Anna von Maltzen. The second and third chances for the Thunder, helping them stay in this game despite some shooting slumps, or control this game, I should say. Long outlet, great job by Upham just to catch that ball. Looking like an NFL wide receiver streaking down the left wing. Oh, and a huge block there by Kiera Duffy, and the Edge are off and running. Look at the pass, good read there from Carly Lewis, and track meet back and forth as the Thunder looking for the long ball. Edge doing a good job getting back in transition defense. Again, Thunder, Katie Ross pushing the pace. Reynolds, cross-court pass for Upham. That's a long two, it rims out. And Carly Lewis with the defensive rebound. And they turn it over. Looking for Kate Gallant down the left sideline, and just like that, we're going to get a timeout. Just a minute into this one, but it was a fast and furious minute. No points scored, but a few turnovers for both teams, as really trying to push the pace. So I do have some scoring reports from the first half. The Thunder were led by Tiffany Reynolds with 9 points, Anna von Maltzen and Grace Wade with 8 each. Kiera Duffy and Vanessa Pickard with 5 each. Carly Yepes with 3, and Katie Upham and Shannon Matheson-Platt with 2 to round out the Thunder scoring. And for the Edge, Nalini Maharaj led the way with 9 points. Carly Lewis had 6, Tyler Malloy had 6, Issa McKay had 2, Lauren Ford had 2, and Kate Gallant had 8. So the score here, 43-33, and we'll see. You know, I understand the timeout as we had back-to-back-to-back turnovers, but I don't really know what kind of adjustments you'd make. Just let's control the pace and not push. Actually, oh, Reynolds. I was about to say it looked like the Edge came out of the zone defense, and right on cue, there was absolutely no help off the drive from Reynolds. She caught Lewis looking the other way. Great pass by Carly Yepes. Couldn't really see it from this angle, but I think there was a little no-look action on that, and she connects with her former UPI Panthers teammate Kiera Duffy for 2. Duffy, a physiotherapist at the Annapolis Regional Hospital, had a quick chat with her husband, Kevin, former head coach of the Acadia Axemen basketball team at the half. So they're living in Greenwich, Nova Scotia, in the valley and loving life. As Maharaj gets to the left hand, and Maharaj has that speed burst and uses that change of speed pretty well. She'll slow down for a second and then accelerate, and gets back to the free throw line. Maharaj this season with the UKC Blue Devils averaged just under 8 points and better than 5 rebounds per game. Started her university career with the St. FX X-Women. Played in 18 games in 2019, averaging about 4 points and 3 rebounds per game with the X-Women. Maharaj hits both free throws. She's got 11. As Reynolds kicks to the corner, Upham for 3, no. But a tap out by Reynolds, yet another second chance opportunity for the Thunder. They have been absolutely living on the glass, and Katie Upham with the 2 to extend the lead to 14. It's 4 points for Upham. Maharaj fouled again, and Reynolds frustrated. That's Reynolds' second personal, second team foul on the Thunder, as Anna Von Maltzen, Shannon Matheson Platt. They're doing a full hockey sub. Gucker, Wiki, Matheson, Platt, Von Maltzen, Wade, and Pickard all check in for the Thunder. And the depth of the Thunder, something we talked about in our halftime interview with Anna Von Maltzen. They just keep coming in waves. We've got 10 players today, and all 10 have played. I believe all 10 have scored. Actually, looks like Gucker Wiki hasn't scored yet. And Von Maltzen on the post catch, sizing up Lewis. Von Maltzen trapped in the corner and throws it away. No, it was deflected out and will remain Thunder ball. 3 on the shot clock. Von Maltzen. She hurt her hand there. As we get a steal by Issa McKay. Or does Von Maltzen have something on her wrist she's trying to take off? As McKay missed the lay-in, and then we get a foul in the backcourt on Lauren Ford. I think Von Maltzen just had a wristband of some sort that the officials asked her to take off, and she's looking to check right back in. Oh, Pickard. Hard contact on that screen. Wade still with it, and she is fouled. Great job by Grace Wade, keeping the play alive with the spin dribble, and she'll get to the line to shoot too. Second foul on Carly Lewis, as Von Maltzen checks back in, along with Aitandi Monroe for the edge. Grace Wade hits the free throw. Want to give a shout out to Grace Wade's doodle, Maisie. How's that for info? As Carly Lewis around the Lauren Ford screen. Atandi Monroe puts up a 3, no. Rebounded by Pickard. Now Wade pushing the ball up the right wing. Back to Pickard. Thought about the 3, will dish. Von Maltzen from the short corner. Everything going Anna Von Maltzen's way. That's 10 points for her, and the lead is back up to 14. Deep 3 there from Maharaj, no good. Lewis floats it up and in. Well done there by Carly Lewis. She's got 10 points, second on the Thunder or on the edge in scoring. Wade wide open, deep 3, short. Maybe just a inch too deep there for Grace Wade. As Tyler Malloy will check back in for the edge, replacing Carly Lewis. Malloy played a couple seasons with the Mount St. Vincent Mystics in the ACAA. Aitandi Monroe puts up a 3, no, but there is Malloy, shortest player on the court, gets an offensive rebound and puts it in for 2 and cuts it down to a 12-point Thunder lead, so the edge sticking around. And Gucker Wiki is fouled on the drive. We'll head to the line to shoot 2. Sydney Gucker Wiki, 5'9" guard out of Waterloo, Ontario. Played her high school ball at Lincoln Prep and Resurrection Secondary. I believe she was a teammate of the St. Mary's Huskies all-star point guard Alina McMillan at Lincoln Prep. She played the 2019-20 season with the Cape Breton Capers, where she averaged 5.5 points and 4 rebounds per game, appearing in all 20 games as a freshman. And Gucker Wiki knocks down 2. So with that, all 10 Thunder players have officially scored in today's game. Ford. And called for the travel.
Into the game for the Edge, number 3, Jody White. And number 17.
Jody White and Kate Gallant check in. Replacing Issa McKay and Lauren Ford for the Edge. Mentioned in the first half, but the Edge without a few key players. Chelsea Slaughter-Wright, their 3rd leading scorer. Sydney Ford and Emily McNeil, their 7th and 8th leading scorer, respectively. Wade kicks for Picard. Long 2, no good, but there is Von Maltzen on the offensive glass. Definitely got fouled, no call. And it's going to remain Edge ball, or Thunder ball rather, off the turnover by the Edge. And Gucker-Wicki steps out of bounds. So the Edge will take over. And back over half.
Into the game for the Thunder, number 11, Carla Yepez. Number 3,
Full hockey sub. Shout out to my guy Luke on the PA. He's trying to get when you know what? He nails it every time. The Thunder making it tough with these full hockey substitutions, but Luke's getting it every time. I guess Coach Parker Regan's trying out 2 different units. Again, no Carissa Cajarini for the Thunder today. Their leading scorer, averaging 17.3 points per game. They're also without Sandy Saunders, who is yet to play a game for them. Saunders, fresh off her senior season with the Acadia Axewomen.
number 16, Carly Lewis.
And we get a bunch of substitutions in as well for the Edge now. Carly Lewis back into the game. Hounded by Katie Ross. Good defense by Ross, and she gets a blocked shot. Great job by Ross. Now Duffy pushing it the other way, has numbers. Yepez dishes down low for Upham. Back out for Yepez. Great ball movement by the Thunder. And look at that, opened up a basket cut. Ross hits Yepez for 2. And the lead is back up to 16. Monroe. Turned over, stolen away by Reynolds. Here she comes in the open court. Reynolds unable to finish, but Kiera Duffy cleans it up. That's 9 points for Duffy. And it was 43-33 at half, so the Edge, or the Thunder rather, are winning, have doubled up the Edge in this 3rd quarter, 16-8 with 2:30 remaining. Gallant to the lefty hook, no good. Long outlet from Ross, now Upham. Through the middle for Reynolds. Look at the ball movement by the Thunder. Yepez sizing up Gallant in the corner, extra pass, Upham, beautiful basketball, count it, and 1. Just great ball movement by the Thunder.
Windsor foul charge to number 17.
You know, it's passing and then repositioning. You pass, you cut. You pass, you screen away. You pass, you move. And after 5 or 6 passes, the defense just has no idea where you are. And it results in easy layups and and-one opportunities. And Kiera Duffy now up to 12 points for the Thunder. Coming into today, Duffy was averaging 6.6 points per game. Had scored 20 points in the first 3 games of the season for the Thunder. Monroe. White puts up a long 2, rims out. Yepez with the defensive rebound. And you know she wants to push in transition. Reynolds gets to the left, dishes down low. Duffy sold on the layup. Ross, it's foot on the line, but a long two knocks it down. And I love the way this lineup for the Thunder is playing. I guess this is their starting line, at least in this second half, of Upham, Yepes, Ross. I'm going to call it the K line. They've got a Kiera, two Katies, and a Carla, and a Tiffany as well. Starting to sound like DMX or something. But yeah, this line really playing beautiful basketball. Not that the other line wasn't. Funny, the other line is a little more grinded out, kill them on the offensive glass. But this line is just getting out, running in transition, and pinpoint passing all over the court. It's beautiful to see. And they have extended the lead up to 66-41. That's now 13 points for Reynolds. Scoring, and these are all unofficial numbers as Yepes gets another two to go. Really balanced scoring for the Thunder. And, I mean, they've dominated this third quarter to the tune of 25-8 now. Another steal. They've got numbers again. It's Ross and Upham. The Katie 2-on-1. They run it to perfection, and Ross finishes for two. Well, the Edge, it was a 10-point game here. The Edge, they cut it down to 12. I think it was like 49-37. But since then, it has been all Thunder in this third quarter. Monroe dribbles off her foot. Here's Upham in transition again. She'll leave it for Duffy, who is fouled and will head to the line to shoot two.
Windsor foul charge number 14, Edie Baller.
So Kiera Duffy. I want to give a shout out to Gord McNeely, her father, who may be watching in PEI. But Kiera is just a UPEI legend. I know she's top 5 all-time in scoring for that program. Played 5 seasons, averaging better than 10 points per game. In 2018, she was an AUS first-team All-Star, leading the team with 18 points per game, and also won the Sylvia Sweeney Award for athletics, academics, and community service for all of U Sports women's basketball. So Kiera, obviously a fantastic player, but also a fantastic person, now working as a physiotherapist and living in the Valley with her husband, Kevin. Well, that does it for the third quarter, and the score in that third quarter was 29-8 for the Thunder. They kind of ran away with that quarter, as doesn't look like we got any Twitter shoutouts, but let's do an updated score check for the Thunder. Tiffany Reynolds, these numbers are unofficial, but I'm pretty sure they're close to right. Tiffany Reynolds, 13 points. Kiera Duffy, 12 points. Carla Yepes, 9 points. Anna Von Maltzen, 10 points. Grace Wade, 8 points. Vanessa Pickard, 7 points. Katie Ross, 6 points. Carla Yepes, 9 points. Sydney Gucker-Wicki, 2 points. Katie Upham, 4 points. Shannon Matheson-Platt, 2 points. It's a lot of players with a lot of points. What's up? You got something to say? You want to give a shout out? No? What's your name? Eh? Jacob. Shout out to Jacob. You play basketball? All right, cool. Who do you play for? The Rockets, Cole Harbour. Who are you cheering for in this game? Thunder. Who do you know? Do you know anybody? Who's your favorite player? Tiffany Reynolds. Great job, Jacob. One day you'll be my color commentator. So there you have it, an interview with, how old are you? An interview with 11-year-old Jacob. He almost forgot how old he is. You point guard, shooting guard? Point guard for the Cole Harbour Rockets. keep an eye out. It's a name to know. Jacob, Cole Harbour Rockets, under 12. My color commentator. All right, Jacob. Time for the fourth quarter. There's a baby crying in here somewhere. That's an occupational hazard when you've got a whole lot of moms on the court. As Tyler Malloy with it to begin the fourth quarter. Issa McKay. A lot of contact, no whistle, but remains edge ball. Got a tweet, or not, well, maybe I got a tweet. I got a follow from Gina Gathro Maharaj, so shout out to you. Have a feeling where you're watching from and who you're cheering for, but let me know. As we get a foul here. It's against Sydney Gooker-Wicki, her first personal. As missed there, and great job by McKay to get a hand in the passing lane. And first 37 seconds of this quarter have been played in Thunder territory as the Edge kind of controlling things, but not able to score. You know what? I did get a tweet here. Christy Fair, watching Thunder versus Windsor from Calgary, Alberta, cheering on former teammate / roommate Katie Upham. It's fantastic to hear from Christy. There's a few Calgary connections with this Thunder team, and actually I want to give a shout out to Matt Spencer, former Calgary assistant coach, now head coach of the St. FX X-Women, and Katie Upham. He's in attendance here. I was talking with him a little bit, but also Sydney Saunders, I believe, probably would have also been a former teammate of Christy and Katie with Calgary. And then maybe Courtney Donaldson of the SMU Huskies. We saw her last week playing for the Halifax Hornets, another former Calgary product. So big shout out to Christy. I'm a fan of Calgary basketball, although actually, you know what? St. Mary's beat Calgary in the, that's right, didn't they? In the U Sports quarterfinal this year. Got to double check here. But yeah, thanks for reaching out. Send me a tweet on Twitter at Allen_April. Let me know where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. Yeah, okay, so I've confirmed Christy was not on the team this year, so I can gloat a little bit, just a teeny little bit, that the St. Mary's Huskies defeated the Calgary Dinos 70-68 in the U Sports quarterfinal this year in Sydney. It was a fun, exciting game. As Anna von Maltzen back on the free throw line, knocks it down. You gotta love that knee bend. Anna sticking with the yoga or Pilates or something. You know, she's been Oda Dal for 10 plus years, so to continue to have that flexibility to get all the way down on the free throw, it's good to see. It's an important life skill. Never stop stretching, kids. Where'd Jacob go? That was good life advice for Jacob. As Kira Duffy and Vanessa Pickard check back in for the Thunder. Inbounded, top of the key. McKay can't get the lay-in to go. Maharaj dishes it down low for McKay. No good. Von Maltzen unable to connect from the mid-range. Forward with the rebound. Here comes Maharaj. Dishes it down low to Ford on the block. And she is blocked by Duffy. Gallant blocked by Duffy. And third chance opportunity, no good. And who else comes away with the rebound but Kira Duffy? And Duffy thought about the three. Now Von Maltzen brings the screen. Pickard will pull the trigger on a three. No, but another second chance opportunity. Dish to the corner. Duffy hits a long two. Kira Duffy doing it on both ends. She's got 12 points, and the lead is up to 35. Since the half, the Thunder have outscored the Edge 33-8. Duffy brings it across half, leaves it for Von Maltzen. She wasn't going to shoot the three. Thought about it, though. Pickard dishes it down low for Duffy, blocked by Ford. Kick to the corner. Wade puts it up for three. Von Maltzen, the reverse to beat the shot clock. Beautifully done. Von Maltzen. I've got her with 13 points and probably 15 rebounds. Gallant spinning in the lane. Kicks it back out for McKay. She puts up a three, no. Rebounded by Gallant. Now Maharaj. She'll try her hand at a three, no. It's just ice cold right now are the Edge. They haven't scored. It was 49-37 at one point. As Gucker Wiki kicks it out. Wade hits the three. And Scott James will take a timeout. This second half has been a tough go for the Edge. DJ killing it here tonight. You get any tweets or shoutouts? I said they could fire off a tweet to Maritime Athletic Profiles or Allen_April. I got one tweet from Christy Fair, the former Calgary Dino. I mean, just speaking generally now about this league and what it means, and I make sure to ask the players that in every halftime interview I do, but I mean, it's really high quality level of basketball. You know, don't let this second half from the Edge fool you. They have a very good team. They're missing some important players today, but, you know, we've seen today what Maharaj and Carly Lewis and Issa McKay, almost all their players played college basketball in U Sports or the CCAA. I just said Kate Gallant was an first team CCAA All-Canadian at Mount St. Vincent, so a lot of talent all over the rosters. But the coolest thing about this league is the opportunity for these women to keep playing the sport they love at a high level and bring a little bit of shine to women's athletes. I'm actually going to a WNBA game on Sunday, the New York Liberty season opener. There is Jody White, a long two for Jody White, but you love to see it. Jody White, a returning player for the Edge, scored just 2 points last year, but she's scoring in bunches this year. She's already got 9 points. 9 points coming into tonight, 11 points now with that hit. So Jody White, who played with the University of Ottawa Gee-Gees from 1999 to 2003, one of the elder statesmen in this league. As coming away. Matheson Platt with the steal. Again, getting it done in transition, but Kira, you got to make your layups, girl. She knows. Kira could have had, she's had a very good game. I've got her with 14 points, but she probably could have had 20 if she made her layups. Maharaj. You know what's interesting? I think Maharaj is right-handed, but she gets to that left hand every time. Unable to finish that time. And another turnover, and now here comes Maharaj down the left wing. Let's see which hand she goes up with. It's the left one, and a tough finish. Nalini Maharaj, really the bright spot today for the Edge with 13 points. Coming into today, Maharaj, the second leading scorer on the team, just under 10 per game. Three ball by White, no good. Rebounded by Katie Ross. 3:12 remaining in this quarter as Ross drives, kicks. Matheson Platt, baseline jumper is off. And we're going to get a rebounding foul against Carla Yepes. Her fourth personal. As Ebetien Ballard checks back in. Ballard from Exuma, Bahamas, owns a fitness company called Unbarred Fitness. She played a season at Wells College in Aurora, New York, before going to Memorial University of Newfoundland, where she studied marine engineering. So there you go. I truly have bio on each and every one of these players here. Because they deserve it. These are women playing at a super high level. As free throw there by Carly Lewis, just off. Lewis was an OUA East All-Rookie selection back in 2010 for the RMC Paladins, where she played for the women's team, and Scott James, her current coach with the Edge, was head coach of the men's team. Scott James has had a long coaching career, as stolen away Issa McKay, stripped by Matheson Platt. Just about Scott James, longtime assistant coach with the Dalhousie Tigers, to the Wilfrid Laurier Golden Hawks, to the Waterloo Warriors. I'm trying to get all these nicknames right. And it was most recently at Waterloo. Went back and forth from the women's and men's team during his time there, sometimes an assistant coach on both and coordinator of basketball operations. As Carly Lewis gets 2 to go, and also coached the RMC Paladins. I'm just looking at something with the RMC Paladins. So the team, he coached them until they stopped playing, which is in 2012. I know Matt McDonald played for them, but they also had a guy who I think led the country in scoring, maybe all time, as again the Thunder out in transition, and Von Maltzen can't get the lay-in to go, but is fouled and will head to the line to shoot too.
Edge foul charge to number 16, Carly Lewis. Third personal, 13, and Von Maltzen at the line for 2.
Von Maltzen has been living at the free throw line today. Quite a few attempts for her. One of two there, but another second chance opportunity. This time Katie Ross secures it. Upham, baseline jumper, knocks it down. Kevin Delude is who I was referring to, I think. As one of the leading scorers of the country at RMC, but it was before Scott James coached there. It's Jody White with the rebound. Issa McKay hits the deck. Just over a minute remaining. Bullard. And another steal by Matheson Platt. Upham around the Von Maltzen screen. Out of the horn set. Von Maltzen catches, fakes, and we'll head right back to the free throw line. She shot a lot of free throws today. So Jacob, check out her free throw form. Look how low she gets. Wow. Stretching. It's an important thing. I know you're young, your muscles probably never hurt. You can run all day, but stretching as you get older, super important. I don't think I could get that low. As Von Maltzen goes 1 of 2 from the line. McKay up top for Monroe. Now White working out of the corner. Finds a cutting McKay. Ball ends up into the hands of Carly Lewis. Nice spin move, but she's blocked. And the Thunder coming the other way, about a 5-second difference between the game and shot clock. I should look at the upcoming schedule here for both these teams. As the Thunder get it down low for Von Maltzen, just rims out. And that will do it for this one. Bullard, 6 seconds to go. Is she going to shoot? No. So the Thunder will be back in action next Friday, May 26th, as they take on the Halifax Hornets. Once again, this time at Mount St. Vincent. And then we'll have a rematch as the Thunder will head to the Valley to take on the Windsor Edge on Saturday, May 27th. And then on Sunday, May 28th, Windsor will take on the Hornets. So Edge, Thunder, and Hornets all in action next weekend. You can watch each and every game right here on Maritime Athletic Profiles. We're going to have a post-game interview. I think we should do Kira Duffy. Kira Duffy. All right, we're going to be right back with a halftime interview with Kira Duffy of the Halifax Thunder. We'll be right back with that. Final score 85-47 for myself, Alan April, and the Maritime Athletic Profiles team. Thanks for watching live coverage of the MWBA. Stick around as we'll be right back with an interview with Kira Duffy. All right, we're here now with Kira Duffy of the Halifax Thunder. Thanks for joining me, Kira. Really great second half for your team. Coach Regan kind of going with the hockey substitutions, and you seem to have a great chemistry with your line, especially in that third quarter. Talk a little bit about what worked for your team in the second half.
Yeah, we were grooving. I mean, we just kind of probably our first time really facing that kind of adversity too, of just in the first half wasn't kind of clicking. We weren't sure, but we really kind of stuck together. We're still kind of building our culture, so we just said, let's come together, control the things we can control. Let's play our basketball. We like to kind of run and gun, rebound, kind of get together and get strong as a unit. So we just tried to do that for the second half and have some fun. That's what I feel like this league is about, and I feel like we did that.
I love that. I love the depth of this year's team.
Yes.
So many talented players. I mean, you've got Panthers and Capers and Tigers and Reds.
Yes,
everything. Thunder. Yeah. It's awesome to see. What can you say a little bit about this team and this group of girls?
Just so diverse. Like we all, like you said, we all kind of come from a different background, different teams, different ages, different styles, and I feel like this is the first, time playing in so long, and it's been just so nice to come together and have such, honestly, already we're so close knit, just having a blast. We're all kind of here for the same purpose, to just have some fun and kind of get into our basketball groove again, and just in our maybe older years, some of us. So yeah, we're just having a good time. Honestly, it's been awesome.
Well, I definitely want to ask you about this. It's your first time in this league.
Yes.
What does it mean to you to have this league, to have this opportunity to play high-level basketball, while also being a working professional?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we got 2 doctors, we got some young working professionals. It's pretty cool to be a part of this amazing group of women. And we were just talking on the bench, me, Vanessa, and Tiff, just about we've each kind of tore ACLs and had devastating knee injuries. Just, it's a really tough environment growing up, so competitive. Grace, oh my gosh, there's so many of us. So it's just nice to come together with a little less pressure, but still that same kind of intensity and energy, and just have some fun, not worry so much, just kind of get into it and play for the love of the game again, which has been so nice.
It's awesome. Well, it's been a lot of fun to watch you. Yeah. Any shout outs to anybody watching at home?
Yeah, my dad's probably watching. Love you, Dad. Kevin in the stands, always supporting. And just any young girls that are out there and want to kind of play in this league afterwards. Had kind of a funny relationship with basketball, after you play kind of competitive for so long and it's so intense, but put yourself out there again, get back into it, and it pays off. Just find a great team that you vibe with, and yeah, it will be fun again.
Awesome. Well, some really awesome words. You can tell just by the look on her face that Kira's having a lot of fun in this league this year. Thanks for joining us, Kira.
Alan.
And stick around. We'll be back next week with more MWBA action right here on Maritime Athletic Profiles. See you then.